Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm just going to do a little flippy through today of a boiled book that I just did using a book called Lost Divas. I kind of revealed it on my Patreon live stream on Sunday. Was it Sunday? It was Sunday evening. So I just wanted to show the pages. Now that they're all nice and dry, my Patreon friends who were there will have seen us, we worked through these, but I just wanted to kind of do a little flip through and show you. So this was the page against the pan, lots of nice purpling, beautiful rose petals here. And then on this side, we ended up getting some really nice floral marks on her face, as well as down her whole body here. We got lots of nice petals. This one got really nice, florals here, but especially I love the carbon in the leaf up here that kind of gave her like a little crown. And then on back, this lovely image, we got some petals all around here. Is this whole thing upside down? Because I'll flip the whole pile. Yeah, I think I will. Whee! Okay, so this one, we got a beautiful texture on her face, lots of petals. We got like a nice stem actually too, going right up the front of her. So lots of nice marks on these. Look at the back side of that paper. And of course this one, oh, just gorgeous. Like all of these petals and this is from eucalyptus leaves. They just really marked everything nicely. This one we got nice marks as well. Back side of the paper. I just love this. I just want to use as much of that beautiful paper as I can for different things. Lots of nice color. I don't want to say the exact same thing over and over again, so I'll just show you these beautiful opera singers. Lost Divas is a book of opera singers. Oh, we got to do the loop-de-loop again, I think. Yeah, a lot of great background texture there. That's a nice little picture, and I love whenever I got extra paper to use, the white paper. This one got a nice kind of mark. She's beautiful. Lots of good color. All right. That's a nice big image, right? This is the one that when I had uncovered it, I wasn't sure if it was going to come out too dark, but it didn't. The nice thing is they do lighten up a little bit when from like wet to dry. So look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice marks on her. Beautiful. Oh, this girl in her super cute dress. And this lady with the fan. This is really pretty. See all the colors that we got there? Just gorgeous. This particular paper was just really nice quality in this book. Like, look at this. Ugh, amazing, right? All these gorgeous colors. This one too is nice and dark. I did get a little worn hole there, but the back was super nice and rusty. That's really pretty with the eyes. She's very demure. And this one here almost looks kind of like a moon. Beautiful. Great paper again. But this one's nice because I got these nice marks all around her hat. You can see the nice little rose leaves too that kind of come out in between the larger petals. Gorgeous. This is one of my, I think, favorite pieces in the book. One of the pictures is just really pretty. Just a nice silhouette, and we got a really pretty stem coming up the middle of her face, and that's really pretty. Lots of different color there. Lots of nice marks here on her. This girl is so just gorgeous. Look at her hair. Isn't that pretty with the pearls and in the plates. And this more serious lady here. Beautiful paper on and back. This is really cool. We got lots of nice leaf striations on this paper. And then by far my most favorite picture in this whole book, I was very careful with this one, is this, because she's just adorned in flowers. And that's the back side. Another nice big one. Still a few little flower petals left on there that I'll just kind of rub off. Look at those marks. This one, the face got almost a little too marked. I might try taking a baby wipe to that to see if I can get some of the black off, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I would use this paper as much as I would use that image. This one's cool too. Still some rose petals there. This was a really funny, she's like falling over backwards. Gorgeous paper on back. This was just a blacked out sheet, but I threw flowers on it because it was pressing against another paper and I wanted the color. And then lots of really nice marks across that. This one's got all sorts of plant material still on it because it had a lot of little rose bits and bobs. So I just kind of go in and remove it after. You can just kind of take a scraper, like a plastic scraper, credit card, whatever, and get the rest off. This was in the bottom, which this particular boiled book got a little hotter because I didn't put my rack underneath it. I usually put a rack underneath in my pot, in my pan when I'm boiling, and I didn't do that. So the papers were sitting on the bottom of the pot and there was a lot of rust in the bottom. So we got a little bit of damage on these last few pages, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I will still use them. Like, although we have some kind of burned in flower there and this got a little rubbed and torn, you know, use that. Like, that's amazing. Those eyes with the marks, or obviously the back side. We got a really nice leaf print right over her eye. So, you know, you will make do with whatever happens. I never try to seem like I'm perfect when I do these things, because if I did that, no one else would try to do them. And I think you still should. See, this one's kind of a wreck, right? We got a little burn mark. It's crispy there. But like on back, doesn't matter. Use this, right? Use all this. Use that. Yeah, the crispy guys are at the bottom here. See? Got a little crispy. We burned a hole through this one. Yeah. But again, I will use the paper. It is still very usable. We'll just not use the, you know, the center bit there. This poor dear lost the center of her face. But her eyes are there. And the back is cool. The good thing about, you know, this is that I didn't really lose anything too precious to me. These images that are on the bottom are actually not really my favorites out of the book. It was on the other end of the book, thankfully. So I'm glad that it worked out that way. This one got the worst of it, maybe. But, yeah, I can still use this paper. It's still cool. Oops. This is her face because she was left toward the bottom of the bin. But she was not damaged. And then this one as well. Just got really nice marks. So that is Lost Divas, the boiled book. Pretty happy with how it turned out overall. And yeah, I just, it was nice to do a little bit of plant printing in the winter. I was able to get these from the plant compost at our local cemetery. There is both a botanical society that collects they separate out like the green stuff versus the garbage stuff so that they can, you know, be eco-conscious in the cemetery when the flowers are dead. So I don't take these from graves or anything. I am allowed to, though. I have the groundskeeper at our local cemetery has entrusted me because he knows that I'm not disrespectful. And he said, if you ever see that there are, wreaths or whatever that get separated from the stone, or they're clearly dead, he's like, whatever, you can take them. He just asks me to separate like the Botanical Society does, and, put the recycling in the recycling, the trash in the trash, and, the greens can come with me or go in the compost pile. So it's a nice way to be able to get some fresh, ish stuff to print with. So like what I used were just roses, red, light pink and white, yellowy white, and just the heads of them, and just some eucalyptus and a few rose leaves. And I only had about, I'd say maybe 10 rose heads, and I was able to do this whole big book. And I actually had, I think, 2 left over. So it goes to show you, like, a little goes a long way. And in this kind of a boiled book process, you might not even want to have as much as I did. Like, my intention with this book, because I've printed black and white photo books before and really loved how it worked, was to lay down things like leaves that I know they don't have a lot of tannin, but they'll leave a mask type print. Then I would put rose petals on top of them to have that color sort of seep around on top of that mask. So that's how I got these marks. And then the other thing is that there is color in rose petals always, and it does react well with rust. So I put a bit of rust in the pan, and that's how I get these. So I tried to be a little bit smart about how I laid those things out. I tried to create like halos and things, or I tried to put marks on the face. And yeah, it turned out really fun. I'm really happy. I'll show you. Give me one sec. A project I'm working on, so like what I made from one of these boiled book pages, not from this book, from another one, and this is going to become a journal at some point, is this image here of this beautiful woman. So, obviously we got amazing marks and color on her, and then I used a painting of birch trees to cover the cover of this book that's going to eventually become a journal. So I think I'm creating sort of a women's theme situation here, like a badass women kind of women history and stuff kind of journal with some vintage photos and some pictures and things. So I'm kind of putting it together, still the materials that I'm going to need to make this book, but I'll probably end up using some of these boiled book pages as well, because it goes with the overall theme of the cover. So that is my little flip through boiled book conclusion, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all safe. And I will talk to you again very soon. Take care, and have a peaceful day. Bye for now.